Hey guys. I left the game on, so I decided to put some random ESO music in the background. Let me know if it's too loud. Hey Damocles. So yeah, I haven't read... I just saw like the first change of the beam. I haven't read anything else. But yeah, let's start from the beginning. The new PTS patch notes. By the way, I need to see if the servers are up, because if the servers are up, I have to raid soon. I hope they're not up, because I don't want to raid. I want to read the patch notes instead. Okay, so the first thing I've already read, because I just clicked on it and instantly saw it, was the beam change. We'll get to it. So let's see. Blah blah blah. Fixes for Ocean Cage, that's nice. Scheme adjustments. Heroes return. I won't be delving into that right now. I actually know that Ognevka is gonna be doing a guide about it, so I won't even bother with the returning player stuff. Non-issues, yeah, I've noticed those. Now, the actual changes. Abilities that are traditionally referred to as beams have all been updated to now be considered direct damage rather than dot. This affects the following abilities: Radiant Destruction, which is the Templar beam; Fate Carver, which is the Arcanist beam; Soul Strike, which is the troll beam you sometimes see pugs using. It's always like a very funny to look at. And Vamdrin, which is irrelevant. Actually, not completely irrelevant, because it means it won't break in IA anymore. Because Vampiric Drain, since it's considered a dot, it gets affected by the lasting harm vision. And it just breaks it. So, I guess now it won't be breaking anymore. Hey, Selpha. So, I don't know how it's going to affect the damage of like beam, etc. Like, Deadly will still work, because Deadly also works on channeled abilities. It won't proc Azure Blight anymore, but it didn't matter because Azure Blight was gutted anyway. Hey, Rolem. Okay, next thing. Arcanist Curative Rune Forms. Arcanist Domain updated the tooltip for this ability and its morphs to improve the ability's functionality for gaining the effects. The tooltips now specify you're given the effects for entering the area, rather than standing in the area at any time. Okay. I think I'll make the background music a bit more quiet. Oh. Almost. Okay. Hey, Shadow. Okay, Ardent Flame. Searing Strike. Reduce the cost of this ability and its morphs to 2,295, down from almost 3k to account for their melee requirements. Okay, nice. DK buffs. I'm actually releasing like a stamp DK guide tomorrow for solo. But yeah, it won't like take effect yet. Wait, but it's just Magicka, it's not stamina. Oh no, wait, Searing. No, those are base morphs, so it's gonna affect both. Ardent Flame sustain buffs. Yeah, that's good because they nerfed DK sustain by nerfing Battle Roar. Because they were scared of how strong Battle Roar would be with other classes ultigen. So yeah, this is a really good change and good way to approach it. Fiery Breath reduces the cost of this ability and engulfing. Oh, here is just engulfing. It's not Noxious. 2-3k. Noxious Breath this more now applies the... Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty nice. Then they nerf Combustion too? Oh yeah, you might be right. You might be right, I don't remember for sure. Okay, Draconic Power Dark Talons reduce the cost of this ability in the Burning Talons. That's great, because Burning Talons, the main thing about Burning Talons is like, it's an extremely strong ability, but you can rarely sustain it. This is gonna make it much better. And the Choking Talons. I mean, Choking Talons are like, irrelevant, like, who the fuck needs minor maim? Okay, Bone Goliath. Common Goliath, this more special bash attack now works for non-necromancer classes. Oh, so that's just a fix. Bottom beam change? I missed it. I don't want to repeat it. But I mean, basically, it's basically, I guess we'll see what's gonna happen. The only thing I said about it is that Vamp Drain will no longer be broken by the lasting harm vision. That's it. Yeah, well, no one's gonna run that line anymore, so who cares about Burning Talons cost? Yeah, right. Band Armaments reverted the previous 10% damage reduction made during the first week of PTS. They increased it. I didn't remember that change. It took 3 weeks to revert DK sustain nerf. Nice. I really don't know what they're trying to do with the subclassing still, because like On first week, all the dev comments suggested that they don't really care about pure classes anymore. Like they were telling people to cope if they don't wanna subclass. But now they seem to actually account for pure classes, probably because so many like casuals said that they will want to keep playing pure classes. At least that's what I've been seeing on Reddit. A lot of people want to keep their pure classes and don't want to engage with this at all. Well, it's at least something, yeah. Dark Magic. Dark has changed disability and S'mores now breaks stealth and invisibility. Okay. By the way, I really hate the changes they did about stealth, because now you cannot use Shadowy Disguise with Banner. Like, I don't give a fuck about stealth at all, but I just want to use like Shadowy Disguise for the damage increase, yeah? While also using Banner, and I just can't. This is so stupid. Maybe I should make a video about it. Ah yes, Bounty Romance unnerfed. No one's going to run that line when you're using a build that will be using this morph. Lightning Splash. This ability and S'mores synergy can now be self-synergized. Oh, that's... We're getting so many self-synergies nowadays. That's the third one. We used to have just Grave Robber. And now, then we got like the last, or like the first week of PTS, we also got the Templar shards, and now we're getting Lightning Splash. That's very good. That's really good. Am I gonna start using fucking Alkosh in solo builds? Probably not, but still, it's a good change. Luminous Shard. The synergy granted from this ability can now be so... Wait, can now be subjected by the caster in many cases. Are they stating like a bug fix, or what do they mean? What do they mean can be used by the caster in many cases? Moon Dancer returns low. I think it's a bug fix they missed. Yeah, I think so too. Okay, Templar Beam. This ability and S'mores now last for 3.8 seconds in total, down from 4.8. Yeah, people said it was like way too long. Reduce the cost per tick to 1080. The cost per second remains the same over the total duration tick rate. Increase the base damage by 4%. Increase the half threshold the execute killing starts at to 33%, up from 30. Increase the stats effect chance per tick to 6%, up from 3. But it's magic, yeah? This is magic damage, if I remember correctly, so the stats effect from it is like overcharge, which is kind of fucking meh. Radiant Glory reduces the cost of this morph to be a 40% cost reduction, up from 33.3% cost reduction. Reduces the healing down to 15% of damage down from 20. Damn, the voice cracks. Okay. I think that's okay. I'm pretty sure this morph's execute healing now starts at 40%, up from 39. Okay, that's a small change. What's the dev comment? We are pinning back the commitment time by 1 second to try and better accommodate for rotation timing and item set interaction. This is so things like stack base sets don't have such a short window before they fall off. In addition to this, we're also gently bumping up the damage the abilities can do to help get some of their power back in from before. For example, Radiant Glory now sacrifices a little bit of its healing potency in exchange for further cost reduction. So it's a tiny bit easier for non-magical focus builds to utilize. Meanwhile, Oppression sees a slight boost in power to make it a little clearer on when to start its use. Of less of DPS delta between... That doesn't make it clearer, because it's not like you start using it at 40. Because that's when the scaling starts, but that doesn't mean that's where you start using it over a spammable. Realistically, you're moving the threshold from like 33 to 32, or 32 to something like that. It's not like people start using it at 40. It doesn't make it clear. They kinda announce few changes, but not much there. Yeah, I mean, so far there's not much. Oh my god, Piercing Cold. Increases passive, increase the damage to... Okay, that's great. I was worried about it because I like that it focuses on frost damage, but I didn't like the value because frost damage tends to suck ass in this game. So if you want to make it good, yeah, it has to be 15%. That's pretty fucking nice. Very bad for my heavy attacks Warden, but extremely good for any kind of like Frost Warden builds that I want to make. Where is Yorha? Guys, this is the thing we needed to make the Frost Shield Throw Warden. Where is Yorha on loose stream? Oh. Let's see. We are temporarily inflating the damage of this passive to influence frost damage a bit more aggressively than we'd like, until we can find a better long-term solutions, like more sources of frost damage. Okay, that's pretty good. For those who wish to wield the cold like a weapon. Yeah, it's nice that they're aware that there's that frost damage sucks ass. And it's not like... Yeah, it's just about the other source of it. Oh no. Oh no. Are they retarded? Do they know Trample exists? Are you aware Trample exists? They don't play their own game. Do you know that there's a different source of major heroism that gives it for 10 seconds? Oh my god, they actually killed Perils. This set now grants major heroism for 1.5 seconds, 1 tick of 3 ultimate, after using a healing ability while under 50%. How much do you guys want to bet that sometimes it won't even like tick? Moment of silence for Perils. Yeah, what the fuck are they doing? We're making an adjustment of this set to no longer grant a unique form of ultimate generation, to prevent the upper end of ultimate production when specializing in that role. It will still grant the same amount. No, it won't. Shut the... You're so stupid. I don't know, are they like malicious or stupid with this? Are they lying or clueless? I feel like they might just be clueless. It's just... Pearls was the only way to make healing interesting. Like... Healing is just not that interesting in this game. And Perils, you know, managing your resources and... You know, it just made it much more fun to play, and they're just fucking removing it. I was going to delve into healer builds at some point, but I don't think I'm gonna be doing that. Because it's just going to be so fucking boring. Direct damage beam is huge. Tideborn back on the menu. What is Tideborn? Do I have a brain lag? What is Tideborn? Am I stupid? Like, that's something I should know. Oh! No, that's the new thing. Okay, yeah, that's why yeah, okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, true. True. I don't know, that's such a stupid change. Do you think we could make them revert this? This is like so bad for healers. Like, and not even just talking about like power-wise, I'm talking about making the game interesting. Kelly, thanks for follow. Like, that makes it so boring. Like, I don't even wanna play healer with this. I don't think I'll ever want to like play healers in pugs, because like, what the fuck do I do? If people play well, it's just fuck all for me to do. They really got the interest on combat balance. It's not even the fact that they're wanting to nerf it. It's just that the death comment just lies. This is just not true. You're not... That's not how this game works. You're giving us a buff we already had. You're changing a unique ultigen to a buff every healer already has. You're just taking it away. Nobody's going to like keep this elaborate Perils minigame, yeah? Oh, just to not have to use trample. Like, you have a choice. You either do the Perils minigame to get a shit uptime on major heroism, or you use trample every 10 seconds. That's just a no-brainer. You're always gonna use trample. Unless I'm gonna go down and it turns out they nerf trample. But we'll see. Oh my fucking god. Villagers profit reduced. Sylvania, thanks for the follow. Wow. They actually hate healers. They actually hate healers. What the fuck? Two tanks. I just put on like 10 vigors and fuck healers. Like, why do you bother with healers now? What the fuck are these changes? And also only getting the buff from using magic items now, really? Wait, what? Does it say that? That means the healing ability. No, it doesn't say that. Yeah, what do you mean, Balorda? Yeah, under your dominant resource, not using ability of your dominant resource. Sure, they hit the second. Yeah. Oh, SPC, Pillager, Pearls was such a staple set, and now two of these are just. I mean, I don't think Pillager is dead. I think Pillager is dead. Like, it's just gutted, but I wouldn't say it's like. Will stop being used. But I love that they are changing rune cover, or are they? Okay. Okay, update 46 trial sets. Actually, well, let me read that. We're peeling back some of the raw ultimate generation with the set to better account for its realistic target cap of 11. As well as then make it scale with how many people? Like you could make it 2% in 12 men and I don't know, keep 5% in 4 men. Like when is the Cyrodiil performance patch? I don't know. Okay, Harmony and Chaos. Increase the amount of weapon and spell damage granted per stack to 135, up from 86. I don't know if that's good. That's enough to make it good. Recovery Convergence. Reduce the cooldown of the set to 10 seconds, down from 30. Note that the synergy will continue to have a 20-second cooldown. I think that was the sustain set, yeah? That's useless. Caspian Scroll Signet. Increase the base damage of the set. Base damage the set deals by 98%. The set no longer deals increased damage for each sword active, and by nature cannot critically strike because of this. Increase the application cooldown of the set to 500 milliseconds, up from 100. The set now increases your damage down by 1% for every sword active. Guess we'll have to test it to know if it's decent. We're updating the functionality of the set to be less comparable to something like Azure Blight or Reliquien, where each enemy or application scale the damage up. Largely since those sets already fill those functions incredibly well. Rather than being an in-between hybrid that doesn't excite nearly as much as either, we're turning this into a damage multiplier for the wearer in high enemy density situations. This is so all of your damage can increase, similarly to something like Thriving Chaos. I can't judge it yet. Not enough. I would have to see it in game. Are there many changes left? Alright, let's see. Okay, that was the sets. Fixes. Wait, that's it? That's all? Nah, wait, look at this. Previous patch note? Don't worry, we're giving you heads up that next week we'll have a large chunk of combat adjustments. What a fucking lie. Also, the heavy attack mythic is on nerf, so what the fuck are they doing? I mean, I'm gonna milk it. The Greybolt is basically useless now for Arc Beam. No, because it's... Actually, no, yeah. No, you're right, because they changed it to be only Necro class skills, yeah?